everybody. I'm going to talk about mobility and when it comes to aging and the lack of mobility that you can have once you get older due to joint pains, due to arthritis, due to stiffness, and I'm going to go over some different everyday things that you might do that you might suffer if you have some of this joint problem, stiffness, arthritis, and stuff like that. The sensory stimulations activity I will be demonstrating today is going to be wrapping the joints of the fingers and trying to turn the pages of a book as if you were reading a book, and how hard it is to bend your hands while you're doing this. Also, I'm going to tape around the elbows and around the knees, limiting mobility while we're trying to tie our shoes, and also when we drop something on the floor and try to bend down and pick them up. These should be able to emulate how hard it is to move around when you have these problems. So join me in these sensory simulations that I'm going to do right now. All right, here we go. The knuckles are wrapped to limit mobility while I try to read this book. To be completely honest, this reading a book isn't too bad while we're doing this, but I feel like it would be more difficult to tie a shoe. So I'm going to first try to tie the shoe with the limited fingers, and then I am going to wrap my knees and my elbows and try to bend my leg and my arm to try to get to my shoe. But first, since my fingers are already taped up, I'm going to do a close-up on my shoe and actually try to tie my shoe with this. And if you have not read this book, go ahead and get it. Red Shirt's Little Book of Doom. Highly, highly recommend. Alright, my elbows and my knees are taped up to limit my mobility. As you see, can't really bend my legs, can't bend my elbows. What I'm going to try to do now is try to bend down and get to my shoe, tie it, untie it, a daily task that we all have. Bend my knee. I can get to my shoe. Getting down to tie my shoe is a little harder though. Feeling a lot of pressure right there. Difficult to bending the knee is really important when trying to get your shoe tied, and that's pretty difficult. It maybe if I was more flexible, it would be easier. Or if I had less of a stomach. Anyway, it can be done. Let's start the next simulation. Okay, this next simulation is simply bending down to pick up a child. You know, I always said to bend with the knees. Difficult to bend with the knees with limited mobility. So bending like this isn't happening. It's not going down. You almost have to try it. Okay, now I at least have a hold of the baby, but now we have an issue of getting back up. So then you gotta get back up to hold your baby. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed this limited mobility thing I had going on here. by myself. A little difficult, but we did it. Hope you enjoyed. Take care of your joints. They're pretty important to everyday tasks.